In our first partial, we talked specific about the scientific revolution and the creation of the telescope and the innovation of observation. During the French Revolution, the College of Medicine in France didn't recognize ophthalmology as a specialty. Some reasons, as the Napoleonic Wars, caused that the army physicians in their training tried to detect some infections, viruses, or injuries in the eyes. As a result, they started to teach. Years later, they adopted ophthalmology as a specialty. In the 19th century, the American colonies wanted to create an organization that could help to the external trade with Europe. In Mexico, sanity centers are centralized. The code in 1891 and the creation of a department in 1997 were the final result of the centralization. After decentralization, the Republic started to fight against diseases in the yellow fever, because in that time the international trade were in a standby. Eye. The best plane to divide the eye is the sagittal plane. The cavity of the eye is called the iridoid cavity, which is surrounded by a bone that gives protection. One surrounded organ of the eye is the brain. The visual cortex that is situated at the back part of the brain connects the eye and the brain. The visual cortex is connected with many sections of the brain that process the image.
The eye has many important tissues that make possible every function of the organ. The cornea is the outer part of the eye that helps to clear the images. One important activity of the cornea is the refract of focus of the light that comes from an object. The iris, which controls the amount of light that enters to our eye. Also, the iris gives the beautiful color to our eyes. And the lens is an important structure that helps to focus the images according to the distance they are. Vitreous gel is jelly structure that helps to support the eye. The cilia body is the part that changes the shape of the lens of the focus tip. Talking about an important period of time, we have the scientific revolution and how everything we know about the anatomic and talking about of our organ, the eye, came from some philosophers that have some curious and make investigations about the skeleton and from organs. It is important to say that before these philosophers started making new investigations, the eye was an unknown organ.
The nervous system. This is linked with the eye when we mention optic nerve and the cortex nerve. The muscular system is linked with all the muscular tissues that surround the eye and permit the movement of it. Some common problems that human eye has in the lens when it loses the clarity of the light called cataract is one of the most common diseases in the world and is just treatable. In the retina, one important disease is the diabetic retinopathy. It is developed in the macula and is affected by the diabetes.
Important organ is developed in the 6th and 7th week after the pregnancy, in which the organ starts appearing. One important function of the organ is to act like a receptor to light. Also, the eye contains all the necessary supplies to convert the light into neurological signals that are later transmitted to the brain. The main organ in which the eyes interact is the brain because it's the one that receives all the specific information. But the brain also works with all the organs, and we know that the human body is a machine that links all the organs. So talking more specific with the eye, we're going to link the eye with the nervous system and muscular system.
Some important nutrient for a healthy eye is the vitamin C. The vitamin C we can find it in vegetables and fruits. Another vitamin is the lutein and zeaxanthin. It's found in all green vegetables and in the eggs. This nutrient can lower the risk of chronic eye diseases. Making reference to the new advancing technology, the University Hospital created the first and only bionic eye that was approved by the world, which also was approved to patients that are with late stage of retinitis pigmentosa. The bionic eye was converting video image captured by a miniature camera that small electrical pulse that are transmitted to the surface of the retina. This pulse stimulates the remaining retina cells that will make the eye have the perception of light.